Welcome back, guys. CryptoFi channel. Today we'd like to talk about Bubblemaps and how we can work with this platform and investigate the tokens on the base chain. Let's dive in. How to find insiders on the base chain, how to find the devs, the team, how to see the connections between the wallets on a base chain. First of all, you have to create an account on Bubblemaps. Now they get the version 2, now in the beta, but it's live, so you can create an account easily and it's totally for free. I recommend you do this one and choose the chain. For example, if you want to investigate the tokens on a base, you choose the base. If on Ethereum, Sol, Tron, you can choose that chain where you would like to double check. When we choose the base chain, here we get a trending tokens, here we get a future token. Future, basically, it's a top by market capitalization. Like you can see the Toshi, Brad. I want to double check today the Toshi. Brad already showed you some interesting moments on this token. Here's a trending tokens, which popular now on this chain. And it's usually some basic meme coins. I'll recommend you also use the CoinGecko. For example, how to find on CoinGecko tokens on a base chain, find some meme coins on a base. You need to go to cryptocurrency, find the chains, scroll it down, here find the chain base, top, choose the coins, and you will see the full pages with a full list of tokens, which now available on base chain. You can scroll it down and find here's the 16 pages. On each page is 100 tokens. But other way we can go to the cryptocurrency, choose the categories. The same way you can use, for example, the Gecko terminal. Scroll it down to the memes, this one. In filter, we can choose the chain. Scroll it down and choose the base, apply the filter. And here we can sort by market capitalization, by changes in gains, or by volume. For example, they sorted by market capitalization. First one, it's a Brad. Next one is a Toshi. I'm interested in IXBT, this one, and the Toshi. So I want to open the IXBT, copy the contract address, go into the Bubblemaps, paste the contract, and double check. What we can find on the main page when we open just the basic first page with a contract, we can see the picture of the wallets. So each bubble, like I already explained to you, introduce and represent the one single wallet. So it's one single holder. But usually when in Explorer we track the address list, we can see just a basic percentage which this wallet hold. For example, this one is 4% of total supply. But we can see this one, orange, 2.87% of total supply. But this cluster is connected. So it means it can be the group of people or the same guy with 3 other wallets. And this wallet's connected between each other, with on-chain transfers. And this is how sometimes the team, for example, or some insiders, some funds can try hide their steps, and connections, because we need to check all the time using the time travel option. It's a fresh and brand new one option. Double check how the token being distributed at the launch. That's why we can choose the launch date in time travel option and double check how the token being distributed at the first day. It's really, really important because in this case, you can find the relationship between the wallets, you can find the connections, and you can find the insiders. So imagine at the launch day, even just these wallets, just in total, 2 wallets hold over than 8.62% total supply, 8 million USD wallet. Imagine just at the launch day. It's absolutely weird. This cluster hold 2.3 million, around 5%. And I already explained to you, if you see some token right at this current moment or at the launch day, and some cluster hold over than 5 or 10% of total emission, is kind of red flag because they can distribute it with other wallets, and dump price step by step. Highly recommend you use the magic nodes. How to work with the magic nodes, I already posted the video. Highly recommend you go and check. We can turn on and double check the connections between the wallets that day, and see some maybe untracked wallets. Maybe it was not a big amount of tokens, but anyway, it's really, really useful because it gives us more information about a relationship and behaviors between the holders. For example, this one 3.4 at a launch day. So it's kind of weird because this cluster 5% of total supply, this one 8%, this one almost 6%. So basically some 3 clusters, right, hold over than 15% of total supply at the launch day. So it's definitely not a fair launch. It's kind of centralized. Let's go to the main page and double check the Toshi. For example, we can go base, find the Toshi token. This is how the current distribution looks like. We get one cluster, almost 2 million USD value, almost 4 billion amount of tokens. It's almost 2% of total supply. We can turn on the magic nodes and double check wider connections. In this case, we get a 2.4 supply. Got it. Nice one. Let's double check how the Toshi been distributed at the launch day. We can use the time travel option, or we can use the chart, even here, for example. First date, one big cluster at the launch day, even more, I guess, with the magic nodes, 28%. It's kind of weird because take a look, 28% of total supply, one hand. It's kind of weird, definitely. This one, 1.58. How the healthy distribution looks like? Usually it's some tokens, with hundreds or dozens wallets, which not connected. Token without any clusters, and something like this one, absolutely not cross-connected wallets, is basically the fair launch. Guys, I hope you like this video. Highly recommend you use the CoinGecko and always double check the correct contract address on some specific chain. The same way you can work with a Solana, with a BNB chain, for example, and use the Bubblemaps. Highly recommend you once again create an account on Bubblemaps. Highly recommend you subscribe and follow Bubblemaps social to check the new announcement and the new updates, new feature. Subscribe channel, and don't forget join my Telegram channel. See you next time, guys.